It's in the name.
Welcome into the Friday Refresh, brought to you by Howell Wealth Management. Financial security is something many of us strive to achieve in our lives, and whether you're concerned for your own financial needs or those of your family or your business, Greg Howell can help you with a plan to get on the road to financial security. Contact Greg Howell today at 931-638-1576, or you can email him at gregory.a.howell@nm.com. Of course, we want to also give a huge shout out to all those who donated to St. Jude through the second annual Staying Alive Disco Dodgeball Tournament. We raised close to $4,000, which far exceeded our expectations. Thank you. The year is 2123. As one looks around, they see some familiar things. There are trees. There are vehicles of some sort. There will be families. There will be churches. There will be schools. But a lot of things will have changed. It would overwhelm us. It might even scare us if we could actually see it. For all that I don't know about the year 2123, I think I can be fairly certain about one thing. If you were old enough to listen and understand this podcast, then you likely won't be around in the year 2123. We will be gathered to our fathers by that time. We will be, in a very real sense, history. I saw a post the other day on Facebook that probably made me reflect about as much as any I've ever seen. It was about this thought: our houses will be lived in by someone else. Our money will all likely have been spent by our children or our grandchildren. There might be a picture somewhere of us or of our families. There could be a couple of videos still floating around on YouTube or on TikTok. Or will those things even still be there then? Will society have forgotten those like 99% of the world has forgotten MySpace? Our descendants will barely even know our names. Can you name all 16 of your great-grandparents? Do you know where they're buried? Have you seen pictures of them? Now, to be fair, there are way more pictures and digital filing than there was in 1923. But still, in 100 years, most of our pictures will at best be resigned to a cedar chest full of pictures in someone's basement or attic, only to be pulled out when your great-grandchildren are compelled by their history teacher to do a family tree. In 100 years, the people living then will rarely, if ever, speak of you or me, or maybe even our kids. So when you focus the lenses of your perspective, what becomes the most important thing? The house you won't own in 100 years? The pictures you took that will fade with time? The car that will most likely be resigned to a junkyard? The most important things in your life are the people living around you right now, not the people in 100 years, not the stuff, not the ladder of success. In 100 years, the most successful and rich people in the world right now will be the same place that the poorest man on the planet is. So here's the point. Don't sacrifice relationships for success. Don't spend time only for money. The legacy is your family. The legacy is your friends. Because the one thing that will be around in 100 years is the spirit you leave behind in others. The way that you love your kids will be passed on in one way or another, how they treat each other from generation to generation. The priorities you make in your life will likely be shared from kids to grandkids to great-grandkids and so on. The work ethic, the attitude, the conflict resolution skills, the character, all the traits that can be handed down and have a huge impact generation to generation. In the year 2123, what spirit or personal character will be present in your great-grandchildren because of how you treated your family? We won't live to see it or know it if it has been handed down, but we can see the immediate benefits in the way our families respond to us, and we can pray that whatever good there might be in it has been passed down the line. So what do we need to spend a little more time on today? Who do we need to spend a little more time with? What are you waiting for? That's your Friday refresh.